Good morning and welcome to the DFS Army YouTube channel. I'm Razzle11 and you can find me on X at Razzle11Grinds. Going to take a look at some pitching for today, the 28th of May. It is Wednesday. We do have a weird breakdown of slates today. Just a 5 game day slate and then a 5 game main slate because the Mets White Sox was moved timing wise. Uh, just not sure why DK didn't include the 5:35 and 5:45 Central Time games on this main slate. I also don't really know why they didn't include the 2:40 Central and 3:10 Central games on this day slate as well. Um, it's just a 3 hour spread in start times, which they've done plenty of times, especially on weekends. I just don't understand it, but I'm not the one that made the slate. So, with that said, it does sound like there's some potential weather. Uh, I'll give you a sneak peek into our Discord here. Uh, Philly likely PPD'd. That one's not on any slate. So Baltimore not on any slate as well, and the Mets. So I guess I showed you that for no reason. It looks like most weather's going to be fine. Our weather station hasn't been updated just yet this morning. Hoping it does so we can get some temperatures and wind numbers, but we're here to look at pitching. This is a first look at the pitching options that we do have. I will be looking at DraftKings as that is where a majority of my action is. If you do play in FanDuel, I'll cut my pool into half or so. You don't have to be as creative. Pricing isn't quite as tight. It allows you to get the stacks you want with an upper tier ish pitcher. With that said, let's just jump right into these 2 5 gamers. First game, Minnesota Tampa Bay. Obviously, a great hitter environment in this ballpark. I assume it's still going to be warm, but we'll need some updates there. But Pablo Lopez, second best, earned the W prop on the slate at plus 155, which is behind Luis Severino's plus 150. But yet, Luis Severino is a plus 110, or at least the A's are plus 110 in that game. Lopez has been phenomenal on the road. Obviously, home runs could be an issue in this ballpark. His K numbers take a hit when he goes on the road, but he's just been really strong from a numbers perspective. One rough start over his last, I guess, the whole season. 2 earned or less in all but one start. Pretty strong numbers. Tough ballpark, but overall, I think Tampa Bay's lineup is middle of the road or slightly below average when all things are considered. K prop of 5.5 choose the over, which is the second best on this slate. Game total in this one is just 7.5 choose the over, so it actually is the lowest total on the slate as well. Tampa Bay, we're going to use Rasmussen against the Twins. 0 runs allowed in his last 2 starts. Home runs have been an issue at home, considering he's not really a home run guy. Walks have also been an issue, and I think that comes from obviously trying to pitch to the ballpark a little bit more. But uh, it's not allowing as many runs at home, though, so that's always a plus. He's not a huge K guy, but he can pick up some strikeouts. Strong ground ball guy, though. The big issue, no more than 86 pitches in any one start. K prop of 4.5, but juice to the under, which is tied with Severino as one of the lowest on the guys that I'm considering in this on the slate. No interest in Kershaw or Junis or Saccone. I've seen both names. Junis has been more of a long reliever. Uh, I just need to see Kershaw do it for longer than 2 innings. Uh, it was a rain delay, so that kind of ruined it. But he did not look good in his debut of the season, so I'm going to pass there. San Francisco, Detroit probably should go to route, but Detroit did enough against Logan Webb yesterday. Ralph's been good in his last two, but I'm probably going to pass there. I will be using Jackson Jobe. I believe in the long term ability and upside. He's just not really super consistent. Some walks, strikeouts are all over the place, but K prop 4.5 juice to the over. He is plus 215 there in the W, which is kind of extreme. It's worse than Rasmussen at plus 210, worse than McCullers at plus 210, but I think he's viable. Probably be one of my lowest owned pitchers on the slate. Um, Pitcher pool should be pretty small, to be honest. Well, it is only 5 games, but Freddie Peralta definitely going to be in play. I just wish I knew where the strikeouts were, and maybe if he could stop walking dudes, that would be cool too. Um, 3 earned or more in just 2 of his 11 starts. Uh, so he's been pretty consistent and steady. Been phenomenal at home. I mean, just absolutely phenomenal. Where he's pitching today against a team that can strike out an absolute shit ton. So Peralta definitely in play for me. The number one K prop on this slate at 6.5. Juice to the over. Plus 165 to earn the W. So very similar to Pablo Lopez and Luis Severino. I should consider Brian Bale, but I'm not. I kind of skipped over him, but it's just not going deep into games, racking up pitch count early. Walks going to be an issue. I just don't think it's going to be a great spot for him. I know he will draw some ownership, but he's somebody that I believe we should pass on in this spot. Luis Severino against a team that just put up a bunch of runs. And he's on the road where he's been phenomenal this season. Originally, I wasn't thinking I was going to be interested in Severino. Then I looked at some of the props and compared them. And since he has the best win odds prop on this slate, despite being underdog, I think I have to consider him. Plus 150. K prop's 4.5 juice to the under. Not an attractive K prop number, but uh, I think Houston's going to carry a little more ownership just based on the fact that they blew up last night. I do like some Houston bats, but I'm going to play Severino. The other side, I am going to play McCullers. He's looked better the last 2 times out. Still racking up pitch count early. Length in the game is going to be an issue, but 8 strikeouts last time out. The A's are striking out plenty. His K prop's at 4.5 juice to the over, but uh, the Astros are minus 130 favorites. Problem is he's plus 210 during the W, so we just don't expect him to go deep into that game. Switching over to this 5 gamer that doesn't include the Mets and White Sox game. Few more pitching options, or at least a few more names that we probably feel a little more comfortable with. Excuse me. Hunter Green. Last couple outings haven't been the best. Um, Obviously, last one was his first one back from the IL. Kansas City doesn't strike out a ton, but still, Hunter Green always in play. K prop of 5.5 juice to the over, which is the third best on this slate. He's plus 135 to earn the W, which is tied for the third best on the slate as well. I think he's just always in play for us just because he does have such extreme upside. Noah Cameron on the other side, a guy that I've been utilizing since his debut. Showed us some strikeout ability last time out, which I kind of predicted because it was against the Twins, and their struggles against left-handed pitching are real, especially without Buxton. Correa was the one worry, and Correa did touch him up for a solo home run. With that said, the Reds have plenty of strikeouts in their lineup. His K prop's 4.5, and he is plus 260 during the W. That plus 260 number is kind of gross to look at, but I actually think he has a better shot at earning the W than those plus 260 odds. So that's something I would look to bet if I'm being honest. He's pitched into the seventh in all 3 of his performances. Quick worker, doesn't rack up pitch count, attacks. As you can see, he's only reached 82 pitches in a start. They're probably keeping him right around the 80 mark, 88, 85 maybe. But if you're pitching into the seventh consistently now at the 80 pitch mark, that's showing quite a bit. I like the upside for Cameron. Molly, somebody that I hate considering because he's not a huge strikeout guy. A lot of the underlying numbers don't love him. Toronto's not a huge K team. His K prop's 4.5 juice to the under, but considering him because the game total is just 8 and he's plus 135 during the W, I just don't think I'm going to get there. I think I'm going to just rather play some other guys on the slate. George Kirby, first start of the year was not very strong. Look for a little bounce back here. He should jump into the mid 80s in pitch count, maybe even 90. K prop of 5.5. And it's a pick him at that number. And the Mariners minus 218 favorites. He doesn't have a win odds prop yet, but I would guess that it's probably pretty decent considering Seattle is such strong favorites. So somebody I want to play for the upside. Matthew Boyd coming off of a rougher start, had been at 20 plus in 3 straight. He does allow some runs. It is a thing. Uh, but the game total in Wrigley is 8 juice to the under. That leads me to believe we have cooler temps or wind blowing in, and we are going to jump on Matthew Boyd. Minus 110 during the W. Yes, please. And the top K prop on the slate at 7.5 juice to the under. 7.5 for Matthew Boyd is an attractive number. Rough outing last time from a case perspective, but 8 in each of the previous 2. So obviously gets the best K matchup, excuse me, on the slate. I think Colorado's striking out slightly more than the Angels, but they're close. Speaking of the Angels, Clark Schmidt gets to face them. Super volatile, wild walks, etc. But the stuff is there. K upside's there. I'm interested. The Yankees are minus 175 favorites. Schmidt's K prop at 6.5, juice to the under, but it is the second best K prop. And he has the second best win odds prop at plus 130. As of right now, I expect Kirby's win odds to jump that whenever they get posted, but Schmidt gets a K matchup upside that I want to attack. He is a super volatile pitcher right now, but the upside's there, and that's what I'm playing for. Speaking of upside and volatility, you say Kikuchi can walk a bunch of guys, can also strike out a bunch too, can really just surprise us. So third best K prop at 5.5, choose the over, but he's plus 265 during the W, and it is a volatile matchup against Judge and the Yankees. With that said, I'm just super intrigued. Plus, he's been absolutely dominant when pitching at home so far this season from a runs perspective. Still allows a lot of base runners, which is always a worry. But there we have it. There's kind of the first look at pitching. If you enjoy what I bring to you, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. Get the alert anytime we drop videos here at DFS Army. If you want to join us, get link to our coaches, tools, sheets, Discord, etc. I will drop that in the description below. You can use promo code RAZ, that's RAZ, for 10% off monthly. And as always, best of luck, everybody.